Hi guys, and welcome to the very first episode of a brand new review show on this channel. Now, in the past, over the past year that is, you've seen me review multiple random films and TV shows and books in some magical reviews, as well as monthly seasons of random reviews, review months, where I themed each month on a certain type. Then Simpsons reviews, which were random, Recess reviews, and Dragon Ball reviews. So, okay, now, this new review show is for reviews of films and TV shows that feature time travel or any other form of time manipulation. So, I'm naturally calling it The Time Machine. Yes, the title was inspired by the book by H.G. Wells. The first episode of which you're watching right now. So, what am I going to review in this opening episode of The Time Machine? Am I going to review a film adaptation of the show's namesake, three of which exist? No, I'm not. Am I going to review an episode of Doctor Who, perhaps? No, I'm not. I'm not going to even include Doctor Who reviews in the show, because I'm already running a show where I'll review those. So, what am I going to review? Well, if you'll come with me over to the shelves, I will show you the first thing I plan on reviewing for the show. It is, first and foremost, Cinderella, A Twist in Time. Now, okay, so in this Cinderella sequel, it's a Disney direct-to-video DVD. Yeah, so it's a Disney direct-to-video sequel in which Cinderella's stepsisters come into the knowledge of how she ended up with the prince in the first place, steals the fairy godmother's wand, and uses it to turn back time, so she gets to marry the prince instead of Cinderella, which then creates an alternate timeline in which Cinderella 2 never happened. And so they have to do everything they can to reset the timeline back to normal. So, okay. And I know what you must be thinking. Time travel and Cinderella, do those things mix? Well, you wouldn't normally think so, would you? But that is a good film. And I don't mean that sarcastically, I really did enjoy it. And I'm usually the sort of man who you can tell by now, hopefully, um, loves anything time travel or time travel related. So, what do I think of Cinderella, A Twist in Time? I think, well, I've already said what I think. I said I enjoyed it. So, guys, let me know in the comments below what your opinions of Cinderella, A Twist in Time are. And the next film up for, well, the next, so the next piece of time travel media, or film or television, and so the next thing I'm going to review for the show will be Great Scott! Run for it, Marty. It's the reviewer! Yeah, you got it. This is heavy, guys. Back to the Future, next on the Time Machine. Until then, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have a magical time. Hi, and welcome back to the review show for reviews of time travel and anything to do with time manipulation in film and television. You know, this is the second episode of The Time Machine. And as promised at the end of the previous episode, the subject of tonight's review is Great Scott! You gotta come back with me. Back to the future. That's right. In this episode of The Time Machine, I'm reviewing 1985's Back to the Future. Directed by Robert Zemeckis, produced by Steven Spielberg, written by Bob Gale, and starring Christopher Lloyd, Michael J. Fox, Crispin Glover, Thomas F. Wilson, Claudia Wells, okay, let's move it on. So, what's the plot of the film? Well, the plot of the film is Marty McFly is a high school student who also happens to be friends with eccentric inventor Dr. Emmett Brown, who has never invented anything that's worked apart from a time machine, which he has conveniently built into a DeLorean. So he calls upon Marty to help him conduct an experiment with this time machine at 1:15 a.m. at Twin Pines Mall on the morning of the 26th of October, 1985, that sees his dog Einstein as the test pilot for the time machine as he sends it 1 minute into the future. And then after a brief run through on how the time machine works, the dog is then tracked down by the Libyan nationalists whom the plutonium in his time machine belonged to, and he gunned down. in a bid to outrun them, Marty jumps in the DeLorean and is catapulted about accidentally 30 years into the past, arriving on the 5th of November 1955, which conveniently is the day that Doc Brown came up with the concept of time travel and invented the flux capacitor. Now, while in 1955, Marty accidentally jumps in the way of his grandpa's car, saving his dad's life, thus preventing his own birth. And he then has to spend the rest of the film trying to get his parents together, or he'll never come to exist. Pretty wild plot, huh? Okay. Okay. um, it is a thrill ride of a film, and it does actually open the door to interesting concepts, like what were your parents like when they were your age? And what were the times in which you didn't exist yet like? And now, I guess because I didn't actually say, now, that's because there couldn't be any favourite quotes from the last one. Favourite quotes from this film. I'm going to use it from 3 of my favourite characters. Well, the characters each film ends up being about, basically. This is Marty's movie, mainly. Now, the one quote, or the one thing he keeps saying in this film is, "This is heavy." The Doc's most famous quote is, "Great Scott!" And then there's Biff's favourite quote, "What are you looking at, butthead?" And there's another one. And guys, although some of you might be new to this channel, I'm going to cut you a break tonight. So why don't you make like a tree and get out of here? Yeah, there you go. I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding. But yeah, this film is full of memorable quotes. And it couldn't be it's one of the best films ever made, and it is that for all very good reasons. So, in closing, you've heard my opinion of the film. It's one of my favourites. Is it one of your favourites too? Let me know in the comments below. And, well, the next film, well, actually, the next thing up for review here on the show will be the first episode of the original original Twilight Zone series to have a time travel plot, Walking Distance. So until then, If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Until next time, thanks for watching and have us a magical time. Hi guys, and welcome to the third installment of The Time Machine, the review show where I review films and TV shows with time travel and some form of time manipulation in there. So we're now heading in to the zone called the Twilight Zone. For the for the first episode of that series to feature a story with some form of time travel. I'm talking, of course, about the 5th episode of the first season, Walking Distance from 1959. Now, this episode, spoiler alert, this episode tells a story of a business executive who pulls into a service station to get his car service and goes for a walk to pass the time, only to walk into his old neighborhood, Homewood, exactly as he left it from his childhood. Everything down to the last detail, including Sunday shakes still costing 10 cents. And he actually comes to learn that he has actually walked back in time. And he tries to convince his parents and his younger self that he is the same person. Martin Sloan is the name of the character, but unable to convince anyone that he is the adult version of Marty, which is what they call the young Martin as an 11-year-old, as a nickname. After young Marty falls off a merry-go-round and injures his leg, Martin suffers the same leg injury. And eventually, his dad looks at his wallet and at his ID and learns that he is the same person and believes him. So yeah. And he actually also gives him the advice to look ahead instead of looking back. So then Martin then returns to the present and continues on with his life. Now, the actual theme of the episode is nostalgia, but it's being reviewed on this show because it has a time travel plot, obviously. So, and it's the, as I said, the first episode of that series to feature a time travel plot. There will be plenty more to come. So what do I think of this episode of The Twilight Zone? It's actually one of the best episodes the original series actually ever have made. So yes, I am in that group of people who favour this episode over the rest. So, as one of my favourites. So, now guys, that just leaves me to announce that the next thing up for review on this show will be something of mine that has a time travel plot. Oh yes, I'm gonna review myself. Right, okay. I'm going to go back to a video from my old channel, and that would be Hermione's time trouble from Pop Goes the Vinyl. I actually am aware I might not be able to get a thumbnail for that, but anyway, I'm just letting you know that's going to be the next review. So until then, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching and have us a magical time. Hello, guys, and welcome back to The Time Machine for our 4th installment. And what have I chosen to review this time round? Well, for those who paid attention at the end of last episode, you will know that Pop Goes to Vinyl Hermione's Time Trip is the subject of this review. What is that? Well, first, Pop Goes to Vinyl is a series I made on my old channel with these figures on the shelves up here. The Pop Vinyls. And Hermione was one of its main characters. It was a model of her from the 3rd film with the time turner around her neck. And basically, the story of the episode was her popping back in time throughout the entire episode, visiting different points in time. It actually serves as part 1 of a 3-part story, so to speak. And it's one of quite a few time travel stories I told through that series. Now, a bit of... So what do I think of this story? what do I think of this episode? Well, given that it's something that I actually created, I'm going to be a bit biased towards it, so I think it is one of the best videos on that channel. So... And if you agree, you don't have to, but if you saw it yourselves and agreed, that's good, but I don't care if you agree or not. So, okay. So that's the review, guys. Why haven't I shown you the video? Well, I didn't think I needed to. You can go and watch it yourselves. So, up next for review on this show, it will be... Dun, dun, dun. Black Knight, starring Martin Lawrence. Okay, so until then, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have us a magical time. Hi, guys, and welcome to the 5th installment of The Time Machine, the review show for reviewing films and television shows. It can be episodes of that feature time travel, obviously. And as I said in the closing scene of the last episode, the 2001 film Black Knight is the subject of this review. So, spoilers for a 22-year-old film, I guess. But Martin Lawrence plays the character of Jamal, an attendant at a medieval theme park, who, after getting sucked into a portal while working at the park, emerges on the other side in 1328 England, now stuck in medieval times. He has to adapt to the way they live and the way the time works and help return the country to its deposed king. So, and he adopts the name of Skywalker while he's in the past. So that technically and chronologically means, according to this film, that this character invented the name of Skywalker. Okay. And yes, this is a time travel comedy film. And as time travel stories go, it's okay. It's not the best film of its genre. But there are better films, and I'm sure at some point I may come across one that I think isn't as good as this. But anyway, moving on. I've given my opinion of this film, and I would normally ask what your opinions are. But moving on from that, because I don't need to ask that, I know how most of you feel about this film if you've seen it. To say that now, the next next up for review on the show will be the Ice Age short. No, it won't. Next up for review on this show will be, Well, we're going to go back to the world of animation. So, yeah, for the Simpsons Halloween segment, Time and Punishment. Why aren't I saving this for Halloween then? Okay. Well, because I want to review it here. So that's next time. Until then, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have us a magical time. Hi, fellow time travel buffs, and welcome back to The Time Machine, the review show for reviewing all films and TV episodes that feature time travel. So, what am I be reviewing in this 6th episode of the series? The first Simpsons Halloween segment to feature a time travel story. I am, of course, talking about Time and Punishment. Now, for those who have seen the Treehouse of Horror episode this segment belongs in, you would know the basic plot. The basic plot of this segment is, while trying to fix a broken toaster, Homer accidentally converts it into a time machine, which keeps catapulting him back to prehistoric times. And every time he goes back, he changes something, which upon his return has major consequences on the present. Remembering advice his own father gave him on his wedding day, according to this story, if you ever travel back in time, don't step on anything, because even the tiniest change could alter the future in ways you can't imagine. Well, okay, that rings true here. Because the first time he goes back, he squishes a bug. Um, and that turns them into the slaves of Ned Flanders. The second time he goes back, he sits on a fish. And that sends him into a world in which Patty and Selma have died. Yeah, it's turning morbid pretty quickly. And the Simpsons are in fabulous riches, but there's no such thing as donuts. Until it rains, when it's not raining rain, but donuts. And the third time he goes back, he wipes out the dinosaurs and returns to a world in which he's the size of a bug and Bart and Lisa are giants. Oh my. Now, this story is actually a parody of the Ray Bradbury story, Days of Thunder? Or is it Tropic Thunder? So yeah. No, The Sound of Thunder. Sorry, The Sound of Thunder is what it's a parody of. Oh, I knew that title. So, and it is an excellent story. So, that's it for this review, guys. If you enjoyed this time travel story from The Simpsons Treehouse of Horror 5, what did you think of it? Now, guys, the next thing I'm going to be reviewing on the show is the first episode of the children's TV show Bernard's Watch, and that will be Still Time. So that's next time. Until then, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have a some magical time. Hey guys, and welcome back to The Time Machine, the review show where I review anything, film and TV, to do with time travel or some form of time manipulation. Such is the case for the subject of today's review. By the time you're seeing this, that is. Bernard's Watch. The children's TV series about a young boy with a magic watch that stops time. And I'm going to be reviewing the first episode of that series here today. That would be Still Time. So this is the first ever episode of the series from 1997. And it introduces us to a young boy named Bernard Beasley, who's always incredibly late for things. And the episode actually starts with him being late for a lift to school with his dad. And then we see him arriving to class late, rushing out a sorry. After school, though, he realizes he's going to be late for his friend Karen's birthday party. So he has to rush to get himself ready for that and get there. And upon arriving late to the party, he then realizes, shock horror, the embarrassment of having not put any trousers on. So he has to rush home to put some on, and on the way it seems like the whole world's against him. His parents are out, so he can't get in to do that. He has to go and buy his friend another present from the one he was originally going to give her. And all because the last one was torn up by a combine harvester. So in the end, he gives up and goes to cry at the end of a rainbow, and this man in a grey uniform approaches and gives him a parcel, inside of which is a magic watch. The magic watch of the title of the series, and tells him that he got it because he wished at the end of a rainbow for more time. And this man is called the Postman, and he's a recurring character in the series. And he warns Bernard to be careful what he does with the watch, because any form of abuse will get the watch taken away from him. So, abuse of time, that is. So he's given the watch to help him manage his time. And knowing this, he uses the watch for the first time to stop time to get himself sorted for his friend's birthday, and arrives there with a new present for her, and it's the best present she ever got. So that's the basic plot of the first episode of Bernard's Watch, Still Time. It's a great way to start this series. And if you're fans of CITV, which is sadly now gone off the air, this was a show on CITV, so it should be right up your alley if you like stuff like this. Okay, guys. That just leaves me into the announcement of what the next episode is going to be a review of. So, next time, I will be reviewing episode 2 of Bernard's Watch, which is entitled A Bit More Time. Until then, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching and have us a magical time. Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of The Time Machine, the review show where I review things that have to do with time travel or some form of time manipulation. Now, last time I reviewed the first episode of the kids show Bernard's Watch. So I thought I would actually review the second episode of that series here today, and that is called A Bit More Time. Now, Bernard at this point is still getting used to using his magic watch and discovers while doing this that he can use it to stop time to help himself in school. So basically, to cheat on tests or to cheat in lessons and stuff. And it was originally given to him, I might just point out, for time management reasons. So, yes. So, shouldn't using it in this way be technically classed as abusing time? Anyway, so that's what he starts using it for. And as a second episode of a series about this sort of stuff, it is a good episode. Now, guys, can I help you?
I was going to come watch Raymond with you.
I'll finish this video, I'll be with you.
Okay.
So that's it for this review, guys. The next one will be for the third episode of Bernard's Watch, entitled Time Out. Until then, if you enjoyed, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have us a magical time. Hi, guys, and welcome to the 9th installment of The Time Machine, the review show for reviewing all films and TV shows to do with time travel or some form of time manipulation. For the past couple of weeks, I've been reviewing episodes of the kids' TV series Bernard's Watch. So, I'm going to continue that trend by reviewing the third episode of that series here, this time round. That episode being called Time Out. The plot of Time Out. Okay, Bernard wants to go to the zoo, but his parents don't have the time. Bernard, however, has all the time in the world and decides to clear his parents' schedules a bit. Basically, using his watch to give his parents more time. Now, as kids, we are probably at our most impatient, especially when it came to things that we wanted to do and our parents didn't have the time for. And this episode is an excellent depiction of that. So, all I can say Now, guys, is the next episode up for review is Time for Everything. Episode 4 of Burner's Watch. Until then, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching and have us a magical time. Hi guys, and welcome back to The Time Machine, the review show here on YouTube for reviewing all things to do with time travel or some form of time manipulation. Now, over the past 3 episodes, I've been reviewing episodes from Series 1 of the kids' TV show Burner's Watch, which for those from outside the UK who have not caught those episodes yet, is about a young boy who's always late for everything, coming into the possession of a magic watch which stops time. And so, we're now up to, in this 10th episode, we are now up to episode 4 of that series, Time for Everything. And the synopsis of which is, while Bernard practicing his magic tricks, he comes across a rabbit outside his house. He tries to reunite it with its owner and keeps it in the meantime. So that is the basic plot of Bernard's Watch, Time for Everything. It is pretty run-of-the-mill right there, and another good episode of that show. So guys, in the next episode we reach the first series finale of Bernard's Watch, Giving Time. After that, I'll be reviewing something else. But until then, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching and have us a magical time. Hi guys, and welcome back to The Time Machine, the review show here on the channel, in which I'll review anything to do with time travel or some form of time manipulation. The last 4 episodes were dedicated to reviewing Series 1 episodes of the British children's TV show Bernard's Watch. And we're now up to the final episode of that series of the show for episode 11 of this show, Giving Time. Synopsis. Bernard's granddad comes to stay while his parents are away. Bernard is amazed at how much time his granddad has. Bernard's parents come back, and his granddad slips, and Bernard saves him. Yeah, using his magic little gizmo watch. So, that would be episode 5 of Bernard's Watch, the finale of Series 1. I will be reviewing Series 2 episode by episode, but I'm going to take a break between these reviews and those ones. So for the next episode of The Time Machine, I will be reviewing The Jetsons Meet the Flintstones. Yes, that's right. Until then, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Oh, wait. That's a good episode, by the way. Thanks for watching, and have us a magical time. Hi guys, and welcome back to The Time Machine, the show for reviewing anything time travel or time manipulation related. Now, the past 5 episodes were dedicated to reviewing episode by episode the first series of Bernard's Watch. So it's back to the films, and are any of you guys out there fans of the Jetsons? Yeah? How about the Flintstones? Well, if you've seen previous episodes of this series alone, you'd know I've been reviewing their primetime specials. But here's a crossover movie for you featuring both families, guys. It's, of course, 1987's made-for-TV movie, The Jetsons Meet the Flintstones. The plot of this is very simple. Elroy is working on a time machine as his science project, and just as he's testing it, the family decides to escape the future to get away from Mr. Spacely by going into the future. Elroy sets the machine to take him into the future, hopes to take him to the 25th century, but when Astro jumps in front of the machine, it knocks the lever to past and sends the family to bedrock, well, to the Stone Age, where they meet the modern Stone Age family themselves, the Flintstones. Well, let's be specific here. They meet Fred, Barney, Wilma, and Betty with Dino. And they're on a camping trip. And, pardon me, just as things are about to, just as they're about to take a, well, just as they're showing the time machine to the gang, Barney clubs it, and just as they're taking a photo, Fred, Wilma, Barney, and Betty are sent into the future, leaving the Jetsons trapped in the past. And this is where the whole spying game begins. As the Jetsons are forced to move into Bedrock, and Fred takes the job as a Bronto crane. No, sorry. And George takes over Fred's job as a Bronto crane operator. While Jane becomes a Stone Age housewife. And in Orbit City, Fred, Wilma, Barney, and Betty are being waited on by Rosie. And, well, they're taking over the Jetsons' lives. So, yes, it's a life swap situation. And it's a very fun adventure. I know a lot of you out there don't like crossovers. Well, I like this one. So, and yeah. So just because it's a crossover doesn't make it bad. Anyway, that's it for this review. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have us a magical time. Oh, and next time, I will be reviewing Actionton, the Time Wave. Until then, thanks for watching, and have us a magical time. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hi, fellow time travel buffs, and welcome back to another installment of The Time Machine, my review show for reviewing any piece of media to do with time travel or some form of time manipulation. Now, this 13th episode, I've decided to review an episode of one of my current productions. This is a series 2 episode of my series Actionton. It's called The Time Wave. And well, the basic plot of this episode, is Lightyear is speed running when he accidentally creates a time wave, throwing him back in time. And this explains how Postman Pat's van that is, came into the ability to fly, while also gaining another ability. It becomes a time machine. Okay. But I mainly use this episode to explain in universe how Postman Pat's van can fly. Pardon me. And well, this is one of the favorite episodes of one of my projects. And that says a lot, really. So that's it for this review, guys. In the next episode of this series, we join H.G. Wells on a time-hopping journey to try and capture Jack the Ripper in Time After Time. Until then, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching and have us a magical time.